my video originally didn't turn out great. So as you can see, I'm going to be totally excited about this topic I'm about to lay down on you furries. Are you ready for this? Because I am. We're going to be talking about Instagram today. That's a thing I do sometimes. I bait and switch when I do karaoke in fursuit. I'll go upstage and be like, okay, here we go. And then I just like take off. Anyways, so yeah, Instagram's something I haven't been shutting up about recently, at least as far as my local scene is concerned. Mainly because it's really a big platform, and furries, you want people to find your YouTube channel, your fursuiting stuff, your commissions, so you can make money, your merchandise, your stuff. This is where it's at, right here. I'm going to show you a top secret thing. Don't tell anybody. In fact, tell everybody, because I'm tired of being the only person preaching about this. But this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the future right here. It's not a dancing rabbit. That's Instagram. I don't know how to screen share with a mobile device, so you get to put up with that. That's how amateur we are on this channel. Lovely, isn't it? So why all the thing about Instagram? Well, because Instagram, as I said, is huge. It's a huge platform right now. It's video and image focus, which I know some people might be a little about that, but hey, this day and age, being able to video and image edit is big. A lot of platforms like Twitter will tell you, hey, you got to be good at posting images because people like images. They like post images with posts with images get more interaction on average. There's also 800 million daily active users. 800 million. That's a lot. Like think about it like this. You ever hear about Super Bowl ads? You want to know why Super Bowl ads are so crazy in terms of expense and just like what they do? Because there's so many people watching that Super Bowl. That's the most watched game, like sporting event in the freaking world. Or the World Cup. There's probably like some crazy commercials going on at the World Cup because there's so many people watching it right now. So there's a lot of people watching Instagram right now. So and there's 1 billion active users monthly too. Those are not numbers to turn your nose up at. Some people might go, well, geez, Nico, that means there's a lot of competition. Maybe, but you can use yourself, your uniqueness, and your brand to rise above everybody else. And besides, if other furries aren't putting much effort into their Instagrams, but you're learning the secrets of hashtags and images and brand building and promotions and stuff like that, you can get the edge. And I'll show you an app that I discovered recently for Instagram that's amazing, that will help you out when we get the hashtags. And I don't think it is a fad. There's a number of brands and users and businesses and people going there. It's the freaking gold rush, man. And the gold is eyeballs. As an entrepreneur, and if you're doing artwork or you're doing brand building of any kind, so YouTube videos, whatever, and you're trying to make a living off of that, you are an entrepreneur. Congratulations. High five. You're just like these guys now, except smaller. You're just like these two. Louis Howe and Gary Vaynerchuk and all the people, that Vaynerchuk talked about in his books. They're all entrepreneurs like yourself that started off, in their own way, in their own walk. And, people, a couple YouTube videos later, and the father and son duo are sawing things in half on YouTube, making money off of that, So if they can do it, why can't somebody drawing anthropomorphic artwork do it, right? And Instagram is a great place to just do advertisements and stuff like that, and just get yourself found, because it has easy discoverability, in my opinion. I find it easier to get found on Instagram than it is on Twitter. I post a shot of Knob Creek, and with the right hashtags and the right phrasing, I get like 30 people liking it, and I'm just like, it's literally just a shot of Knob Creek. Let me show you, in case you don't believe. I mean, I don't know if it has 30 likes, but let me try to pull that up for you real quick. Okay, so 26 others. So about like 28 I was off. And I don't know if you can see that, but Knob Creek's Instagram account liked that too. And likes will pop up. You can view who you're following, what they're liking, and again, discoverability. It's really big on this platform. Like, you can check out what your friends are liking. So or people you're following are liking. So let's say you follow an account that's tailored around fursuits, right? And they just go and they like and they comment. So you can check out what they're liking. You can go, oh, cool, look at that fursuiter like. And then you might find new content to follow. And conversely, people might find new content to follow, might find you to follow through other, pages liking their stuff. I totally butchered that, but anyways. Yeah, there's a big emphasis on hashtags. If you look at any Instagrammer who knows what they're doing, they're going to be putting a lot of hashtags. I like to incorporate my hashtags into like what I'm saying. So I'll say things like, I put up a new hashtag YouTube video on hashtag furries and why they should be hashtag optimizing themselves on hashtag Instagram. I mean, that's just, I think it's cute to do that rather than just a big, I mean, I'll still have like a big pool of hashtags afterwards, but I'll do that. And the cool thing too is you can follow hashtags on Instagram. Like, you can't do that on Twitter or on Facebook. You can be like, oh, I want to follow fursuiters, the fursuiter hashtag. So anytime somebody posts about fursuiters, it'll pop up on your feed. Again, discoverability. It's big on Instagram. It's a platform that's really great for that. And like I mentioned, advertising and promos, dude. Promos on this thing are cheap. So let's go through. I'm gonna go through this real quick. So let's say I want to promote this right here. This video I got going on here. If it wants to, if my look at that guy bust moves. That's a video I posted the other day of Nico jamming to Hip Hop Patrons Rise 2 Hop, and yeah, it's spelled like that, Rise 2 Hop. I'll throw down the a link to that video, that Instagram post in the description. I'll also throw down a link to that song too. It's a pretty cool song about just like getting yourself together and rising to the top and pushing through adversity. It's nice. I like his music. It's a lot of it's very light, like serious, but not like doom and gloom. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. You should listen to it. Just take my word for it, all right? And it has fursuits. Like that song, he's in his fursuit and he's singing, and I'm like, that's freaking cool. Like, how he doesn't have more traction, I don't know. He should post it on Instagram more maybe, but build his brand on Instagram. Anyways, so yeah, like I'm so absent-minded, I forgot what I was going to do with that. So we're going to whack that big blue promote button. And so Instagram starts off by asking you, like, select where you want to send to people. You want to send them to your profile, your website, your storefront. So me, I'm going to do my profile just for this example. But you can send people to your website. So let's say you're doing a thing on commissions, right? So you want to send people to, like, your website or your Fur Affinity or whatever. So let's hit next. And then you can select a target audience. Like, Instagram can automatically target people that are like your followers. So to examine your followers and go, okay, I'm going to target your ads automatically towards that. You can select locally. So I can target people in Long Beach. If I wanted to target the SoCal furry fandom, I could do that by extending my reach to like 30 miles outwards. Or outwards from where I am, my location, or I can set a specific location. You can do age and gender. You can even get even more into that. Manually select, put in like locations, interests. It's crazy, and it even shows you like how many people you can potentially reach, and will warn you if you're being too broad or too tiny to be effective. And so doing that, letting Instagram pick everything automatically at $5 a day for 6 days, I would spend $30 on that ad campaign and reach 3,100 to 8,300. So at least 3,100 people minimum would see that ad. Like, you can't get that on FA. Okay, maybe you can. Yeah, no, you can't get that on FA because it's a roulette wheel if your ad will even show up. A friend of mine ran an ad campaign and I decided to browse FA without ads, and I sat there refreshing for like 5 minutes. Didn't see shit, right? Like, I don't even know what the rates are for FA on advertising, so I'll have to like check that out. But I didn't see anything. I didn't even see the ad, and they had it open for like a couple weeks. Whereas here, $30, 3,100 people. Let's bump that up. Let's say we do $10, right? Double the amount of that. 6,000 to 1,600. 6,000 to 16,000 people. Just so you know, I'm not BSing you. Look at that. For $60, some people make that off one commission, right? Or let's see, can I do 14 days? Let's do 15 days. So let's bounce that up to 15 days, right? So you'd spend $150 over 15 days. Look at those numbers. 12,000 to 33,000 people. Now, it doesn't guarantee people will actually follow through and check your stuff out, but it puts your stuff in front of eyeballs. And that's one of the first most important steps, is just people finding out about you, right? It doesn't matter if you're the most talented person. You can be the second incarnation of like Mozart in the furry world, but if you're not getting the eyeballs, it's for nothing almost. Like, that's where you get people like Gary Vaynerchuk, this guy. He's like, hey, you need to be on all of these. He'll like, if you watch his content, he's like, you need to be on Snapchat, Instagram. I call them the big ones: Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And I'm missing another one. He also advocates podcasting, but like those are to me the big four social media networks right now. Say it with me now: Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, the Power Four. And I'm only telling you about Instagram right now, though. Because discoverability is so crazy. People spend like hundreds of. I don't even know how much it costs to run a TV ad or a billboard ad or an ad in a newspaper. But again, it's a chance if people will see that. Whereas Instagram, 13,000 people, whatever, 3,000 people minimum will find your stuff if you spend, and that's only like for $5 over a few days. You can spend less than that. You can spend less than that doing stuff like that. So let's spend a little bit more time giving a quick primer on Instagram. Let's say you're not familiar with the platform. You're like, geez, Nico, that sounds great, but what the hell is Instagram and how does it work? So Instagram is a mobile-centric platform. That's one of the main reasons why I'm showing you this phone. And a lot of apps are actually being more mobile-focused because who do you know that doesn't have one of these? Like, I'm legit surprised that somebody tells me they don't have a smartphone, and I'm like, even my grandpa got a smartphone. He's not even, big into, the new day technology, all right? That just tells you. A lot of people have these, these little pocket computers, as they were. So, again, it's mainly only audio and video. For audio and video files, you can do different sizes. You can either do HD, so 720 by 1280 by 720p, or you can do 600 by 600 for a box format. You can do bigger than 600 by 600, but IG kind of just resizes it to that anyway, so you might as well. Which creates a bit of a problem for artists, because I have tried to put up art by other people on Instagram, and I've had to toy around with it a little bit to get it to work properly. It was a bit of a struggle, but you could play around with that though as an artist. Let's say you do a new picture, right, of your character in a new outfit, and so what you do is you crop it so it's only the head, and you go, look at this, I got a full body outfit of this character done. You got to go to my profile to check it out, man. Go to my website and check it out and see what it is, and that can work. That might actually lead people to your website. I'm going to start doing things on my Instagram. In fact, Lewis Howes, I was in an Instagram seminar yesterday, a webinar or whatever it is yesterday, and he was saying that's something you should do is say, hey, follow my page, follow me at name for more. I did a picture of Guinness and I said, follow me at Nico Onlini for more pictures of what I'm drinking and whatnot. Will that work? We'll see. Speaking of which, you can turn on a mode on Instagram. I forgot how to get to it because I'm stupid like that, but you can set yourself up into a business account for free, by the way, and you can check out your analytics for things. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's that little thing next to the black dot. I'm trying to get my camera to focus, but it's not doing it. But you can click on it, and you can view your insights. So it tells you stuff like how many people liked it, comments, how many people bookmarked it, reach, which means how many people, how many timelines it actually popped up on, how many people have seen it is basically what reach is, and profile visits. So how many people visited your profile. I got 2 from that, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm only at 100 followers, so I'm kind of still building myself up. Now, if you're wondering about videos, it's a minute max for videos. If you want to do longer videos, Instagram launched this new app, I think it was last week, called Instagram TV. IGTV is the name. Download that sucker, because it's a new frontier for Instagram. A lot of people are hyped as hell about this, because it's a game changer. 10 minutes, 10 times the video. I wanted to do Instagram specific content, that video content, how to fursuit or whatever, because if you're unfamiliar with my concept, my main YouTube channel, Nico and Friends, which I'll link down below because I shameless plug, that is character. It's supposed to be all in character, so me doing a video on how to fursuit kind of breaks the magic, so to speak. I'm already kind of stretching that with my Writer's Word series, so I was thinking of doing that through stories or through Instagram videos, but a minute isn't enough to go over some details, so can use IGTV for that. And there's all kinds of cool things you can do too, like stories, which are a little 24-hour thing. So let me go ahead and use my noob skills here to put it. Look at that. That is trippy. Wow. Okay. So I've got the desktop client of Instagram here. Oh, look at this. I got some likes. Gas Brand Stuttgart started following me. I'll have to check that out. So you can see these right here. On the proper Instagram app, you'll see them on the top. But that little red circle means there's a new story that I haven't watched yet. So you can click on it and check it out. Look at that. A lot of people will promote using their stories too. So raffle prize. Now they're like promoting more stuff for people. Oh, you can tag people in your stories too. So if you go like at, that person gets notified that they got tagged in a post. I'm trying to get more in the habit of posting on my stories. I think I did it. Oh, my story. Did my story go away? I think my story went away, yeah, because it was 2 hours. But here's a few that I've done. Like, I did this silly one a long time ago. Alrighty. Let's see here. Time for me to become a big, strong bunny. Let's see if I can do this here, though. That's the kind of nonsense I do. You can also save your stories too, which I should have saved that, but whatever. So you can have them like around. So like, here's what you can do. You can do a story on who you are, what you're about, and then you can save that to your profile, and then people can check that out, which is something I probably should do. I need to add it to the checklist. So, you know, and people will often use that. Now, if you get a big enough following on Instagram stories, you can actually do links, but a lot of people will do things like I do. Check out my bio for my latest video. So let's revisit, because you're allowed to put one link. Instagram isn't really link friendly, which is a trouble. So here's my latest YouTube video, which I think should be writer's words, I believe. Yeah, Status Seeker versus Storyteller. That was writer words. Anyways, so people will do that. There's this link in their bio, which again could be a good way to get people to visit your profile, because that's what you want. That's like your, you know, that's we're getting them a little bit better with that. So I want to show you real quick what it's like to upload something. Now you might be wondering, well, geez, how do I use Instagram on desktop? Can I upload anything? Not defaultly, but if you're on Chrome, and I think this can work on other web browsers too, there's a trick you can use. There are apps like Desktopgram, but I haven't really used that. I just like this trick I found. So you hit F12. And you'll see this pop up here, the developer tools. Now you want to click this big thing right, this little thing right here in the top right, toggle device toolbar, or you can hold Control Shift and push M. Click that sucker, refresh the page, and voila! Now you are looking at Instagram's mobile site. So that if you were to visit Instagram's website from your phone, this is what you would get. You can only upload pictures, though you can't do videos. So you're still gonna have to upload them from your phone, and there's ways around that. I can go into that in other videos. This is just like a primer. So whoops, let's go all files, because I have a file I saved here. Kick my crew here. So there you go. They're already in the 600 by 600, so it's already saved. Instagram also comes with a lot of filters you can use for both your videos and your pictures. I typically don't do that for artwork. I just like to show the artwork as it is originally, but you know, you could do cool things like that, like just make the colors like pop how you want to. Then you hit next, and then you just write a caption. You can say like, check out my persona. And then when you type a thing, you'll notice, when you type a tag, you'll see it pop down things like this. These are all the suggested tags that you can do, and it tells you how many posts are there. So I definitely want to do persona because it has like 500,000 people. And so let's say you want to do like something like furry, right? Like hashtag furry. That's the thing. So furry has 9 million people, so that's something you want to target because there's a lot of people there. Now, some people do say you want to target smaller things. Some people say you want to target larger things. I think you should do a mixture of both, because that 9 million means there's people constantly posting things either involving furry or just things that are furry, like furry, furry bed sheets or whatever. So that means there's a better chance you can get found. There's actually a really cool site right here called All Hashtag. You can type in any hashtag. So I was playing around with it earlier, so let me show you the magic here. So let's type in furry. Let's do furry, and then we're gonna have it set to top and generate. So let it work its magic, and I'll link this in the description too. It's all-hashtag.com. It's doing its thing. There you go. Top 30 furry hashtags. These right here are the top 30 hashtags. So you can type in anything too. So let's say you type in let's say you're doing whiskey. So you type in whiskey. So here it goes, and boom, whiskey porn. I quit. That's it. I'm done, guys. But yeah, here you go. More hashtags for that. So it's anything you could do. Top, random. I don't know what random and live does. I just focused on top for right now, but I'm gonna experiment more with this. Super cool, guys. Really want to use that if you're gonna be trying to do the do this thing. So yeah, then you hit share. You can add a location as well. If you're on mobile, you're using the actual app, you can set your location and it'll automatically do that for you. And you can also cross post to Facebook as well, since they're owned by the same company. I do that a lot, even though I shouldn't. I feel like you should create content curated towards each platform specific thing. Like, you could still post the same picture on Facebook that you did on Instagram, but the Facebook post should be different because there are two different beasts who operate two different ways. So yeah, there you go. There's a quick, whoops. Oh my goodness. This is all, there we go. When Nico can't manage his stuff right. What are we at? 20 minutes? All right. So I think this has got a little bit longer than I wanted to. That shows you how good I am at condensing things. And yeah, don't shy away from using hashtags, please. Please. I think I got that cross post with Facebook. So, and yeah, promotions again. And here's the thing I gotta bring up in regards to the furry fandom. Instagram is not Twitter. Which means you can't post porn on Instagram. I mean, you could crop it, yeah, but like you can't, anything that's NSFW is not allowed on Instagram. And I know that's going to shaft like a lot of you furry artists, since a lot of furry artists rely on pornography to bring them attention. But as you've seen, 800 million people. So all you guys that focus primarily on clean or a majority on clean art, looks like your bet's paid off in a way. Now, I mean, that's not to say that NSFW artists can't post to Instagram. You're gonna have to be crafty with how you do that, I feel like. But I think for the eyeballs you can get, it's worth it. Because, again, anybody who's trying to make it off their artwork, you're an entrepreneur, congratulations. You're just like these guys over here, because running jokes. And yeah, I mean, And here's the thing too, like, people might go, oh, well, normies might not like furries. Yeah, they will. That picture, that video of Nico bebopping to hip hop Patron's music was getting likes by normie accounts, because people like things, people like whatever they like. You never know. You might establish a sponsorship with a brand that's not for furries because they just like your audience. They realize you have a big audience, and you post different outfits in your mini partial, and next thing you know, you got somebody direct messaging you, asking you, hey, do you want to sponsor my brand? Do you want to sponsor my shirts? We'll send you a free shirt. We'll send you an affiliate link and whatever. That's getting into sponsorships, and that's another way to monetize your stuff. But I've yammered enough about this to go into that topic. I'm focusing mainly on guys who are trying to build themselves up off of their own stuff, but sponsorships are definitely something that's a cool and exciting world. Influencer marketing, look it up. It is huge right now because brands are realizing that 800 million people use Instagram. that a lot of eyeballs are on social media because, again, who do you know that doesn't have one of these, right? Lots of people have mobile phones. So that's where the eyeballs are going. That's where the advertisers are going. That's where the dollars are going. So jump on there, get on that, build your brand, and own Instagram. My furry friends, can you dig that? I think you can. So that's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions or any concerns or whatever, drop me a line. I really feel free, even if it's just, Nico, you're stupid and this idea is retarded, whatever. But until then, cheers my friends, and good luck and Godspeed.